Facing our swap card platform ahead of SNS 2020. Couple of house rules. If I could please ask you to turn off your microphones and cameras throughout this, it just speeds up the broadband and allows us to present a little bit easier. There is a chat function which you can use, which if you click in the middle of the screen and the little kind of text box there, please ask away. We're not taking questions throughout the presentation today, but if there is something that's really pressing that comes up, then I will obviously just put my hand up to Esme so we can raise it. You can see we have the eager team present here today. We've got Gemma Head, Manager for Skills for Energy. We've got Roxanne Prosser, who no doubt a lot of you already spoken to regarding SNS stands and tickets. She's our office administrator. And then we've got Esme Thornton, who is our events coordinator, who has been given the horrible task of putting SNS virtual event together, researching all the various platforms. So, you know, bless her, she's in the office looking a little bit haggard, lots of coffee being drunk, no doubt in there in the minutes. That's good to see. We'll just give it a couple of minutes to allow. We've got a really good turnout today. I think we've got 60 plus people that have registered, which I think just shows the importance of what we're trying to do here with this virtual SNS this year. We are really upset that we can't get everyone together like we normally would. Obviously, events are still kind of leaving things with great uncertainty. So we decided to go for the virtual event. I can hear myself there, that's quite weird. If I could just ask someone to mute their microphone, please. We decided to go virtual quite early. We realised that we could see this is where things were having to go. I won't ruin too much of Esme's presentation about Swapcard, but we believe that Swapcard offers EAGER, its members and those participating the best value for money to undertake a 2-day conference of quality presenters and discussion groups, which there should be the agenda going at ASAP. So please look at various press releases for that one coming out, because it is really a good agenda this year. And a great networking ability for our platform, and it also allows a virtual conference, which I think at the minute people are dying out to a bit of networking, a bit of meet and greet. It is going to be very different doing this through the camera. I have to say, talking to a screen, not knowing when there's kind of 40 odd people to speak to is really weird and a bit disconcerting, but it's something we've all got used to. As I said, any questions you've got, please ask. I said we have got other team members from EAGER here, so if there's anything relating to a particular area, please do put it in the question box. I'll let Gemma, Rox and Esme turn their cameras off now, because I know they don't want to be on camera too much. We'll give it a couple more minutes. We'll give it till 5 past, just to allow a few more people to log in, and then we'll kick off, okay? But as I said, please enjoy today. It's not like our normal kind of formal webinars. We kind of try to get a little bit formal. It's to kind of give you an idea and a flavour of what the platform looks like, how it's going to look like on the 16th and 17th of September. For those that haven't registered or signed up, I hope today really shows what we can achieve with the Swapcard platform, and really spurs you on to register for our event, okay? So I'll let people kind of gather some thoughts, maybe grab a quick drink, and we'll kick off in 2 minutes, okay? Well, as a number of people seem to have dwindled to coming into the office, into the actual webinar now, I'm going to hand over to Esme, and she'll conduct the rest of the webinar, and there will be Q&A that goes through, and then we'll finish off at the very end in about an hour's time, okay? Enjoy, everyone. Esme, over to you.
Morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Sorry, my mic was unmuted. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. We're really excited about this platform. We've been working really hard on it for the last few months, so hopefully you can see the value in it that we see. As you can see on your screens at the moment, this is our homepage of our event. So everything that you want to access for SNS 2020, you can get to through here. We've got our agenda function, so you can see everything on our conference. Our agenda is actually being released later today, so keep an eye out on your news feeds and on our eShop for all of the speakers. But through here, you can navigate through all of the sessions that are happening across the 2 days. You can see the title of the session, a bit of a description about it, and the general main themes that will be spoken about. You can also filter through the various sessions to find things that are most relevant to you. whether that's by topic, by general theme, and eventually this will also be by speaker. And you can also favourite certain sessions that you'd like to watch. So if you add them to your own agenda, they'll appear on your own personal schedule. And this means that when that session's about to start on the day, you'll receive a notification reminding you to go there. And then when the session's running during the 2 days, there's some quick links to watch the live session straight away. So we have our main stage, our oil and gas stage, and our renewable stage on the first day. And on the second day, that will be a hydrogen stage and a skills and supply chain. So when you click on this, this will take you to whichever session is playing then. If there's not a session happening at that point in time, you'll see this holding screen and it will be a countdown timer until that session starts. When the session is running, you'll be able to make this video full screen, or you can pop it out onto the platform so that you can watch various, or you can continue to browse around the event whilst watching that session. As the sessions are running, there's a live chat function, so you can chat to everyone else who's watching the session with you. You can ask questions to the speakers and they can respond via message or via the live conversation that will happen at the end of each session. And there'll also be a polling function. As I said, this is the same for all of the streams, so you can just jump to whichever one you're interested in at that point in time. And there's also quick links to these at the top of your page. Another main thing about our event is our exhibition. So we have our live exhibitor list. Everyone who's exhibiting at the event will be profiled here. Our sponsors are highlighted first, and then all of the other exhibitors are listed in alphabetical order. If you want to filter through this quite easily to find a specific exhibitor or someone who does something in particular, you can use our handy filters. The more that exhibitors fill out their profile, the more different filters will appear here, and it will be easier to find the people that you're after. Like with the agenda sessions, you can also favourite certain exhibitors, and that means that they'll appear on your bookmarks and also on your event that I will show you later. And then just a little bit about what the exhibitors' stands will look like. So this is the East of England Energy Zone stand. You'll see an initial header. Now this header can either be an image, an infographic, or a video, and is completely editable throughout the event. So you can mix it up throughout the 2 days if you wish. You'll be able to see key information about that exhibitor, a little bit more about the sectors that they work in and their location, ways to connect with them. Products and services that they offer will be listed here. And when you're viewing these, you'll be recommended similar products and services that you may also be interested in. And you'll also be able to see all of their documents and any videos that they want to share with you, and the team who are there on the stand to network with you across the 2 days. Just to show you another exhibitor, so this is our Skills for Energy stand. If a company has made this accessible, you are able to book a meeting with various different exhibitors. You can pick time slots here and the exhibitor can accept or decline that. And you can also send live messages to the exhibitors throughout the event. Rob, you've got your hand up. Do you have a question?
I do, yes. Sorry, we've got just two questions that have come in. One from Jerry McNulty saying, can you automatically add specific agenda items into Outlook, or is it only via email?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's, yeah.
So when you add everything to your event, once you've added something to your agenda that you want to watch, there's a My Event tab here, and this builds up everything that you're interested in across the 2 days. So your schedule will be all of the agenda items, your meetings, and any networking that you're involved in, and you can export all of that to your calendar. So if you're not wanting to sit on the platform or just dip in and out of it across the 2 days, you can have it integrated into your calendar and it will give you notifications in the normal way.
That's fantastic. Thank you. I hope that answers Jerry's question. And one that just came in from an Alex Bragg. Will a list of attendees be available before the start of the event?
Yes, so anyone that's registered for the event will have access to the platform from the 3rd of September. Exhibitors have access now, so they can start to build their profiles. But from the 3rd, any delegate will have access to the platform where you'll be able to see the live attendee list, which is displayed like this. So you have the choice to decide whether or not you want people to be able to view your profile throughout the event. You might want to keep quite private and just come along to watch the content of the conference, or you may be wanting to network with everyone. You can choose that yourself, and then this is what everyone else will see. This is our live delegate list. If there's someone you want to connect with, you just need to press this button here, and this will, if they accept this request, this gives you permission to access all of their details. And from here, you can also book meetings with them. So these will be 10-minute slots, and we'll be using this function for our buyer style sessions. So we'll have some key persons from various different organisations. We've already got commitment from Scottish Power and Vattenfall, but we're expecting quite a few other people to register, and we'll be highlighting these key organisations that you can book meetings with. So again, these meetings are available to book from the 3rd of September. You can also send them instant messages, and if you would also like to, you can video call them through the platform. These ones aren't on a meeting schedule. You can try and video call anyone. Whether or not they answer, it depends on whether they're free, but it's just another way for you to network with the delegates that are there. When you've connected with someone as well, you also have the access to score how your connection has been with them, whether or not you feel like you want to follow that conversation later and make notes about that conversation. And at the end of the event, you can export all of these so you have them on record for a later date.
Thanks, Esme. That's great. Hopefully that answers those 2 questions. Please do keep those questions coming. Thank you.
The same goes for speakers. The speakers will appear in the same way once they're registered, and you'll be able to book meetings with them if you wish and if they've made it available to do so. We also have a networking zone on the platform, so there'll be various different chat rooms with various different themes. So you'll be able to ask Eager if you've got any questions about the platform itself, and we'll also have various different chat rooms set up with themes that fit along the net zero theme of the conference. So that's a little bit about how the event will work across the 2 days and what the platform will look like. I know we've got a lot of our exhibitors on the webinar who are quite keen to figure out how to build up their profile. So as a delegate or as an exhibitor, when you get initial email, it'll have a link to the platform. When you click there, it'll ask you to create your account, and you'll have access to update all of your information. So you can put your skills, a bio about yourself, an image, and any of your contact details. The more information you put on here, the more your profile will be recommended to other people. So if you've put that one of your interests is offshore wind, you'll be recommended to other people who have done the same. So you want to build up these profiles with as much information as possible. The same goes for exhibitors. You will have access to something called an exhibitor center, which looks like this. From here, you can edit all of your information yourself. So you don't have to worry about us uploading anything for you. However, if you really are struggling, you can just let us know. The main thing I would say is ensure that when you build your profile, you're using Google Chrome. You can navigate the event on other browsers, but Google Chrome is the one that works the best. When there's various different items that you want to edit, you can click here, and it will give you all of the information you need to make sure that you've got the right file to upload. So it'll give you the dimensions and the file size, and it also lets you know that you can upload a video if you wish. There is also the option for exhibitors to live stream from their own exhibition stands. So if you wish to present your own mini session during the event, as long as you can live stream your content through YouTube or Vimeo, you can have a session on there. If you're interested in doing that, let us know and we can give you a bit more detail on how to organise that. And also let us know that you're doing it and we can help you promote it to everyone else who's attending the event. Again, this is the same for your information. really simple to edit and update. And as I said before, this is available for you to update even throughout the event. So if there's something you've forgotten or something you want to change on the day, you easily can. You can also add your own products. So anything that you've got to sell or anything you want to shout about. And again, this is all accessible through this side panel here. And then here is where you can add all of your documents and links to videos. Any meetings that have been booked with you as an exhibitor will be able to view through here. When these meetings come through, you can allocate which member of your team will attend that meeting. So as an exhibitor, you may have 2 representatives on your booth, you might have 6. That's completely up to you, but you can specify who will be attending each of those meetings. You can manage all of the contacts that your team have made throughout the event and export these afterwards. And you can also manage your team members. So that's a little bit about the Exhibitor Centre. Again, the best way to get familiar with it is to just go and have a go. If you have any more questions, you're welcome to come and ask us. And there is also various different resources available for you through the platform. So if you're on the home page of the platform, through this drop-down box, you can view the Resources Centre. And this will take you to various different articles for exhibitors and attendees of anything that you don't feel like we've answered for you or you want to have a go at before you come and ask us. But as I said, myself and the team are always here to help you if you need it. So at the moment, all of the exhibitors will have access to this page. So your tabs are much more limited. Everything, as I said, will go live on the 3rd of September. Again, this is where you can edit your company profile from, your personal profile. You can also get to the Exhibitor Centre through this drop-down list. If you're an exhibitor at the event, you may want both this page and the Exhibitor Centre open at all times. This means that if you get meetings come through, you can quickly manage who will attend those. However, you will always get a notification from the platform here if you've had a meeting booked with yourself, and the platform will also send you emails before the event to let you know that someone's requested a meeting. So in the build up to the event, there's no need to keep checking back on the platform every day. You'll have that all come straight into your inbox. And once you've built up your stand, if you want to see what it looks like, you can just go onto the exhibitor list and scroll through these and see how it looks. With the exhibitors, you can either turn your meeting function off, or you can't allocate what times you're available. So if someone books a meeting for you and you're unavailable, you just have to cancel that meeting and say, I'm really sorry, no one is available at this time. Can you do another time instead? And again, as I said, booking meetings is really simple. I'll just navigate down to the Skills for Energy stand, click on one of these slots, host a virtual meeting, introduce yourself and why you want to have the meeting. This will let the exhibitors know who's best placed to attend that with you. And then it'll add it to both of your event diaries here and send you a notification when that meeting is about to start. All of those meetings are hosted through the Swapcard platform itself. I'll just demonstrate that for you. They will look very similar. So when you're having a meeting with someone, this is what will pop up. And you'll be able to see both yours and their video. And you can also, if you want to, pop this meeting out, continue to have a meeting and discussion with them whilst you continue to navigate around the platform. So if you're speaking to someone about their exhibition stand or want to know something in particular, you can also be looking at their exhibition stand at the same time as meeting with them. You can also make this full screen if you wish. And again, if you have a meeting booked in your diary, it will pop up and remind you here. And you will also get an email if you're not on the platform at that time. There is also a Meet Eager tab where you can find a bit more about us, and we will all be available on the platform throughout the 2 days. So if you have any questions, just drop any of us a message and let us know. And that's kind of an overview of how everything will work. So if you've got any specific questions, Rob, please do let me know.
Yeah, we've got one more that's just come through. Actually, we've got two. I'll go back to that one. Do I need to register as an exhibitor before I'm able to navigate around to get a feel for the swap card platform?
Yeah, unfortunately, the way that the system works, if you want to get a feel for how it works, you're going to have to register for the event beforehand. There's not a way that we can set up a demo for it. That's something that we can definitely speak to the organisation Swapcard about providing. They're really quite responsive, and if there's any features that we feel that it's missing out on, we can talk to them and they can see if they can build those for us. But you have to register as an attendee or an exhibitor first. But there are lots of different videos available through Swapcard that demonstrate how everything works, so you can familiarise yourself with those first if you want to.
Excellent, thank you. And one that's just come in, will this demo be available again via link or recording?
Yeah, we are recording this, so this will be available. And as I said, if there's any questions or anything that I haven't covered on this, you can just let me know. I'm also putting together some handy help sheets of how to build your profile as an exhibitor, and also how to kind of network the best on the platform. I think the main thing to say is, unlike with a face-to-face event and you walk around a hall and you bump into people, and it's all quite nice and natural, there is a slightly more kind of purposeful attitude that you have to have with this. So if you're an exhibitor, feel free to browse around the other exhibitors and book meetings with other people. You don't kind of just have to sit there and hope everyone will come to you. It's a new way of doing things, and I think this platform gives us multiple different ways for you to network with one another and to meet people and to hear some really great conference content. So we hope you enjoy it as much as we're going to.
Got another question, sorry, Esme, there from Lee Purvis. Is it possible to set up a meeting in advance of the event to test video and audio capability?
Yeah, it is. So if you're already an exhibitor, you can connect with one of the other exhibitors on your stand and quickly test a video call between you and one of the other exhibitors. As I said, once you've connected with that person, when you go into the attendee list, your connections will display on this side. So I've just tested this out with, I'll test this out with Gemma now. You can click through here and just test the video. And then if your colleague also picks up at the other side, you can test how the video quality will work.
I've got one from Ian Pease. You might have answered this earlier on, but I'm just going to go over it again just in case he hasn't fully answered what he said. How does exhibitors add in the meeting slots as per Skills for Energy, for example?
So they should already be set up for you to have meetings. Do let me know if they don't. It might be a problem at our end and I can quickly have a look for you. But if you don't have the access to have meetings, do let me know. It's just a box that I have to tick on our back of office.
Excellent, thank you. I've got no more questions coming through yet. Please do, if you've got anything that they're thinking about, please do answer it. As I said, we can take questions, but we can also hang around. So if anyone wants to talk to us personally, we'll have the team here. But yeah, please, we'll give a couple more minutes for any other questions. If not, we'll probably finish this webinar here in a minute.
Also, just one quick thing to note about the platform itself. So if you don't get to watch all of the conference content across the 2 days, don't worry, the platform will be live for up to 6 months after the event. The same with downloading all of your contacts and everything like that after the event. Everything will be saved in your My Event function, and you can download all of this following the event itself. So it's not just 2 days and it's over, it will be there for a while. The only things that will be switched off will be the kind of live meetings and chat functions.
Thank you, Esme. I hope everyone on the call today can appreciate the kind of level of work that goes into trying arranging a a virtual conference. It's our first time that we've been doing this. Obviously, we've been doing some really good, successful webinars since the lockdown kicked in, but this is taken to another level. So I hope you can appreciate the functionality that we have with Swapcard. You know, not just the conference side, but with the network and the meeting ability. We really think it gives great value for money for people. You know, for £25 have a 2-day conference and all that meeting ability there. As I said, it is just a shame that we can't do this face to face, but obviously times aren't allowing us to do that. As I said, if there's no one has got any other questions, then we'll probably stop this webinar in a minute. What I will say is that obviously you've got email addresses to contact the team at, or please look at our website for other events that are coming up in the future. You can contact anyone in the Liga team through the website, and we'll get back to you on this one. I appreciate there's probably a lot to quite digest on this platform. As I said, it's a brave new world doing anything virtually. As was said in kind of a recent LinkedIn post last week, some people are going to like it, some people not so much. But please, have a look at it, consider it. If you haven't yet registered, then strongly have a look. SNS is the biggest energy conference we have, and it's across all energy sectors. We're not just focused on offshore wind or oil and gas, and we have everything from offshore wind, gas, nuclear, plus obviously we're looking at the brave new world of hydrogen coming through as well. So we really are trying to look at a hell of a lot in 2 days. So the agenda will go out later out today. We have got some fantastic speakers, presentations and discussion groups as well. So again, I think it really shows the depth and class of work that goes on within the East, within the energy sector and the supply chain that supports it. Okay. So I think if there are no more questions, I will finish it there. I'd just like to thank everyone for, oh, hello, I know someone's just left. Sorry, I've got to keep on things plugging up on my screen. If there are no more questions, and I think I'll just thank everyone for attending today. I'd also like to thank the Eager team that have really put some great hard work into getting it to this point. And hopefully we'll see everyone that called in today on the 16th and 17th of September. Thank you very much, Joe, for that kind comment. I appreciate it. So yeah, with that one, thank you very much, everyone. Have a lovely day, and hopefully we'll see you in September. All right, bye-bye.